Hey, what's up guys? It's your favorite Immortal Sage main, Homeslice. Today we're taking a deeper dive into the character that is Sage in Valorant. Sage serves as an important sentinel that can also assist in crazy attacking and defense moves through the use of her utility, especially her wall. While also farming assists, you can find that Sage can serve as both a support and a somewhat attack character at times on the battlefield. That is, if you know how to use her. So let's go over what really matters about Sage in competitive play, her heal and wall. Sage's heal is rather straightforward. You left click on teammates and right click on yourself if you're feeling selfish. But this is where you can really farm assists, and the term pocket Sage comes into play. Although being a pocket Sage has its drawbacks when your team's health is high, or your top frags, so are your chances of winning. Now, Sage has experienced quite a nerf or two in her history, but the current 45-second delay in her heal could cost you a round. Make sure that you only use the heal on your teammates if they're going to largely benefit from it, not get back full health when they lose it to fall damage. But as with any agent in this game, it's up to you. If you feel that your teammates aren't going to really use that heal, save it for yourself. But Sage is meant to be the healer for the team, although she has some other competition. The largest part of Sage's unique abilities is her wall. Other characters like Jett and Omen can move themselves to off angles and spots on the map. Sage, on the other hand, can use her wall to boost her and even teammates to ridiculous spaces. You can see in this example that I had walled off the peak from sight and allowed my teammate to plant the bomb in safety. Although I recommend that Sage always take the bomb as she is a sentinel, it ended up working quite well. Because Valorant works a lot like CSGO and other shooters, it appears that your bullets come from your head, which in a way they kind of do. Head glitching and playing off angles gives you an advantage before anyone even peeks you.
One enemy remaining.
So let's go over some of my favorite defensive setups around a couple of maps. First, let's go to Bind. Typically I like to set up on B for this map because of the wall opportunities, but Sage can really defend either site. Place a wall wherever you like, or boost yourself to an off angle. And make sure to use your heals and slows if necessary. Sage isn't a solo killing menace like Reyna or Jett, but she can slow the enemy's push pretty well. Next, let's head over to Haven. I recommend that Sage plays on B site to prevent a mid push, wall off toward mid window, and you can either rotate or play near like in Garage. But as I showed before, there are some crazy walls that you can do around these maps. A Heaven, Garage, and backside B are some good examples. Over on my favorite map for Sage, Icebox, the limits are endless. Sage's best choice to wall off on the bat is ramp and kitchen, essentially removing a kitchen push as an option. You can also do a jump boost to get a good head glitch and off angle for mid or B push. Because Icebox has some interesting corners, Sage can get weird off angles from boosting up. Split, as one of the first maps in the game, has a couple good spots for Sage. Depending on the aggressiveness of the attacking side, you may want to or not want to wall off mid at the start of the round.
One dead.
If your wall keeps getting broken, consider doing an off-the-box boost in the Heaven and slowing the push. Be careful that you don't do this too often or you're going to get pre-fired. There's also a couple good boosts that you can do off A site and Heaven. The last two maps, Ascent and Breeze, have a couple good spots. On Ascent, Sage can boost and mark it for a head glitch on mid top, and on A site the generator for the A main push. On Breeze, Sage can wall off the B main push and play offside or mid, although Breeze isn't really the best map for Sage.
Barrier created.
Now let's do some play-by-play analysis. This is a clip from one of my first ranked games this act where I aced the Sage in a clutch scenario. You can see that, although I was very lucky, my fundamentals and use of Sage's abilities and ultimate were able to first prevent a double push and second prevent a stuck defuse.
One enemy remaining.
You can rotate bottom mid and raise your a guy.
Your duty is not over.
He's thinking.
No shot, we win that round.
In this attacking example, Sage takes control of the side peek by walling off a site. This same attack can really be used on most maps, such as on Icebox and Breeze. When you use Sage's wall to her maximum, your team won't have to worry about one or more angles that they could be shot from.
Wow. Top green. Dead.
Playing from an entry's perspective, Sage helps prevent angles that enemy players can sit in, further allowing frags like Reyna to do their jobs.
Spike down A.
I have this bite. Parasite.
Enemy remaining.
Now, even though Valorant has made several efforts to prevent the use of SMGs and judges, Sage is one of those characters that can easily farm kills by ratting with one. The episode 3 nerfs have completely changed Sage's econ, but buying a judge for a lower price and getting more kills with it than a rifle can be an alternative to a Vandal or a Phantom.
One enemy remaining.
And as you'll see, Valorant has a lot of luck and things that will make you want to bash your head in.
Back site, 1000% back site.
Remaining.
Oh my god. Judge, bro. Take it.
But other than playing Sage more, finding your own approach to playing Sage is how you can better develop competitively. I'm more of a defensive Sage, and I don't like to entry as much. However, the Battle Sage meta can be used if you're feeling extra snappy. That's all I have for Sage right now. As the new episode develops, so does Sage's usefulness in competitive play. We'll see as a community how the character has changed for the good or for the worse. Thank you for watching. If there are any other agents that deserve a closer look from my perspective, let me know in the comments below.